Hello, I'm Joseph Turner with MoDOT's Northwest District, Traffic and Highway Safety. What I have here is for the Innovations Challenge is a procedure that we have developed in the Northwest District for managing the quote school bus stop ahead sign. You can see a picture right here. This is one of the standard highway signs that's available for us to use, and its purpose is to inform drivers that they may be approaching a location where a school bus or a school kid may be waiting to stop to get on or off the bus. Typically they're used in locations where you may come up upon a school bus stop location inadvertently because of a sight line or geometrics or hills or curves. What usually happens is we get requests from parents and schools, primarily in the early part of every school year and also during the summer when the bus drivers are out making their practice runs, and they'll call up MoDOT and ask, can we get a school bus stop ahead sign here for this location on this highway? We're going to be picking up a child starting this school year, and we'd like to have a sign out here just to help make things safer or because of a concern about safety. And of course we'll go through the motions, and of course we will install a sign if it's warranted based on our criteria. But the dilemma is that usually once a sign is installed, it's pretty much forgotten about, and it's really has never been tracked before. And what ultimately ends up happening is our maintenance forces will just go out and they'll maintain the sign whenever they see damage or it needs to be replaced or it gets knocked down. They'll just put it back up, and without any forethought of whether it's still needed or not. So what we've done is we've gone into our sign management system tool, which is the large database and inspection inventory system for all of the signs that we have at MoDOT on our state system. And I went in, found all of the school bus stop ahead signs that we have in our inventory that are out on the roads. And the initial process, what I did first is I had to go in and for every one of these signs find out which school district it's in. That's not necessarily a difficult thing. It's a little bit time consuming. There are mapping resources available through the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education that can show you what school district is by what boundaries. And I just went in and found all of our signs and then found out which school district each one is in, and then I put that in as part of our inventory in the sign management system tool. And then once a year, usually around midsummer, we will compile a list off of our sign management system of all of the school bus stop ahead signs, and we'll send out a letter to the schools, usually the superintendents, asking, here's a list of the signs that we have in your area. Can you please confirm for us that these are still needed, that these locations, we can give them location information, we can give them everything we need to help the process. We ask them to get back with us. Please let us know which ones are needed, which ones are not needed. And of course, if you need any new ones, you can let us know then too. And usually a pretty good response. We will get some that will write back and say, this one's no longer needed, this one's no longer needed. Well, that's excellent. We can just go out and remove it then. There's no point in keeping a sign up for a location that's not a school bus stop. If they tell us that there's still a school bus stop and it's still needed, then we'll go ahead and maintain it. If it gets knocked over, we'll replace it, and if it gets old, we'll replace it. But the caveat is if we don't hear a response back from the school, until we do, we will not automatically go out and just put back up a sign knocked down in their area. We'll not replace one that's gone bad. We will basically just leave it alone until somebody with the school gets back and tells us it's still needed. That ensures that we're not going out and putting back up a sign that's not needed. It's not been explicitly identified as needed. And also that helps us, and it also helps we're not having signs out there that are warning of a condition that doesn't exist. It gets unnecessary signs off the road, and then also we're not wasting time, money, and resources putting back up and replacing signs and spending the money to do that are not explicitly known to be needed. So.